Okay, so this workout I am planning to do mostly body weight. If you have a weight, you can use it, but we're going to try and do pretty much isometrics here for the most part. So with the isometrics, is kind of you can really make it as challenging as you want to. Really trying to engage the target muscles here. So a couple of things. You can see your hands on my sternum. I'm trying to keep my chest down a little bit, so I'm kind of in a kind of a hollow position with my upper body. I don't want to be arching or overarching my back. Tends to knock off the glutes a little bit. Also, it's hard to tell from here, but what I'm trying to do is almost kind of drag my front heel back, and actually has a good shin position there in the front leg. So kind of vertical shin. And on the back foot, I'm almost trying to drag my toes forward. So it's that kind of compressing pressure, maybe, with the legs. So trying to drag the front heel back a little bit, and the back toes forward. So I'm squeezing through that glute on the left leg as well. Right now I'm going for a minute on each side. The first round actually didn't feel too bad. You'll see I kind of changed up. I did various kind of progressions or adaptations for each round. Um, but yeah, trying to really focus on the target muscle group. That's the kind of thing about isometrics. It's really just trying to engage the correct muscles. We're not just kind of hanging in a position, but we're actively in the position. You can even see the muscles in the lower front leg there. It's kind of a bit of balance as well, I guess, too, because again, I probably shouldn't wear these runners anymore for this kind of stuff. There's not a lot of stability through my ankle, but I guess it's good, working anyway. I don't know if they're crows or if they're vultures circling at this stage. End of the world vibe going on. Crows, do you hear me? They're probably just fucking agitated magpies. So next one is the push-up isometric. So I'm kind of getting to I was gonna go to the bottom position, but I think nearly halfway is probably best. Um, Also, just trying to keep my core engaged. I don't want to be letting my hips sag. There you go, bang, glutes. Get those guys working. Again, full disclosure, 30 seconds was probably manageable. I'm not going to say easy, but manageable. So maybe even push it out to 40 or 45 seconds. So I'm basically just trying to get like a minute window for each. So what I was doing here was a 30-second of a hold and a 30-second break. So the lunges were 1 minute each side. Push up was 30 seconds work, 30 seconds rest. That's 3 minutes. Next up then is going to be a static dead bug. See the neighbours up next door looking out at me. I already think I'm a fucking lunatic. Actually, I did glute bridge. Sorry, I got carried away myself, so it wasn't dead bug time yet. So glute bridge, what I'm trying to do here is tuck my chin again, get the old double chin going on. I find this helps keep my lower back a bit more flat. You see myself kind of jabbing my glutes there with my thumbs. It's a little bodybuilding kind of tip, trying to tap the target muscle group, trying to improve that neuromuscular connection. Quads are actually feeling this a little bit coming off of the lunges. And again, at the last round, you'll see I have an adaptation for that to try and kind of take out more quads here. But yeah, just trying to get the glutes really working, make sure my knees don't cave in, so pushing the knees out away from each other. Again, little tap. Check the watch, slowest seconds ever. And straight into the dead bug now. So going from the hip to core work. So it's actually a little bit annoying here. You can't see there's a little bit of a hill or an incline in the garden. So I kind of felt like I was nearly rolling to my left every time I was doing this. But again, main thing is really not just kind of pushing the lower back into the floor, but even actively kind of bracing, squeezing, like someone's about to jump on your tummy. You're just kind of getting that brace, kind of getting ready for impact. So if you do this properly, 30 seconds should be challenging. So 30 seconds of that and then 30-second break. So we're getting a little kind of sprinkling in 30-second rests here and there. So I'm kind of looking at that kettlebell thinking, am I going to do 1 minute each side or am I going to do 30 seconds each side? It's a guilt trip of having to lead by example. I think here I've just gone, fuck it, 1 minute each side. And you'll see I went back in that decision on the next round. It's the same thing, trying to get that vertical shin on the front leg. And I'm trying to brace here. Again, arms are actually getting a bit of a workout too at this stage now, so a little bit of bicep action is always good. I'm just kind of looking over at my watch every 2 seconds pretty much. But actually see me kind of looking off to the side or looking around the kettlebell, that's what's going on. Sometimes having the weight too at your chest is kind of good for trying to maintain that kind of hollow position, or at least, or well, I'm leaning back slightly, but trying not to overextend. Almost want to wrap yourself around the kettlebell. I probably have the kettlebell a little bit high up my chest here, but yeah, this was getting hard work, particularly by the time I got to the second leg. Praying for the seconds to go faster. There we go. So yeah, again, kind of coming onto my toes a little bit here on the front leg. Not the end of the world, but probably don't want to do it for now. It's more for kind of a carryover into sports. If you're playing field sports, especially, coming onto the toes probably isn't actually a bad thing. Might even be a good thing. But for general pop and for all of us right now, I think heel down is what we're looking for. On the front leg, again, back leg, heel is off the floor. Yeah, I think this is the one where my left leg starts burning like crazy. And the last 10 seconds of this one are definitely a fight. You can see the calf muscles and everything go now. Yeah, neighbour's still up there, wondering what the fuck's going on. They're probably like, why is he not even moving? What's he doing? That front leg's going bananas. Done. Thinking to myself right now, I'm going to do 30 seconds instead of a minute on the next round for the lunges. So back onto our push-up. Again, treating this core as well. Yeah, there you go. Hips were starting to drop a little bit. Good man, Dave. They're going a bit again. Probably, truthfully, could have done 45 seconds. So this is probably going to be really kind of partially dynamic piece here is those 1990 sliders. So by trying to keep my shin off the floor by raising my leg slightly there, it's kind of an isometric piece there. I'm trying to internally rotate the bone in my upper or my thigh, my femur. So I'm trying to turn that inward a little bit. Sliding back and forward. Again, trying to work with your breathing here. Don't go back and forth too fast. So slow, control the movement. And again, I'm not using huge amounts of range here because of my knee situation. But I'm trying to keep the knee and the shin off the floor. So see a bit clearer on this side now what's going on. So this is kind of, see the way the shin's off the floor? So there's work going on in the glute up here. Again, just small range of movement. But I just kind of wanted to throw this in, just a little bit of variety from the glute bridge. You'll see in the next round we'll move into a single leg variation for the glute bridge. But again, at any stage, you want to just stick with this for the rest of the workout, or even the double leg glute bridge work away. These will just give you a few ideas and a few options. Again, the main thing is we're just kind of getting that target muscle group to work. So back to the Deadbug again. And I know we want to put in any variations really here. Like, I mean, again, want to keep things fairly static. We could do the moving the legs or moving the arms. If you have a band, you can actually probably use a band. Like we do in the classes, just I could tie it to that bench there and have my arms kind of pulling on the band. Or even the way around, like I have my toes in the band, activating hip flexors a little bit. That's just don't want to complicate things. Static variation works fine. Having a staring competition with the kettlebell right now. Thinking to myself, I probably should have done the 30-second round first with the kettlebell and then onto the minute round. Because clearly it looks like I'm just being a lazy piece of shit now. But yeah, so 30 seconds each side. So I'm doing this 30 seconds of work, 30 seconds of rest, switch legs. Again, trying to keep that minute window for each. Magpies up having a fight. So yeah, I was being dramatic. There was no crows, there was no vultures. Is two magpies good or bad? Don't know. Take my little 30-second rest. My quads are actually getting absolutely hammered the last week. Combination of all these movements and the bike erg. I think my quads are going to be. My quads have probably never done so much work. Alright, 30 seconds on the other side. It's a fairly decent position. Again, kind of ideally like a 90-90 position in the knees, 90-degree bend in the knees. Right angle. I don't know, I kind of was an absolute mathematical dropout in school, so just copy the video. I think my arms are working as much as my legs at this stage. Done, thankfully. Nice little 30-second rest again. So I'm just keeping an eye on the watch, just keeping the timer kind of continuous. So looking to kind of cap this to more or less a 20-minute workout. And as I look at my own watch right now, I see that I've left the timer run on, so that's going to fuck up my heart rate readings for the day. Lovely. Yeah, the shoulder blades are beginning to collapse a little bit here, and it's something I probably didn't touch on. It'll probably happen more so as you get tired. It's almost like the shoulder blades will kind of start to sink in towards each other. You want to keep them fairly static in your upper back, so that they're not going to, as you go into the push-up and hold that position, your shoulder blades aren't sinking together, your chest isn't really sinking to the floor. So it's definitely a lot about posture as we start to fatigue here. I'm actually thinking about my own workout here now later on. Rowing and bike erg. And thinking I'd like to just sit on the couch and watch Netflix all day. Good old social distancing. So this variation I'm going to try now is the single leg glute bridge. Again, if you're struggling to get the glutes kind of firing and active here, stick to the double leg version. Okay, if you're able to get the glutes working here, then perfect. Give this one a shot too. Okay, again, just kind of giving the glute a bit of a jab. Make sure it's firing and working. Trying to tuck the hips under, chin tucked as well. Again, not arching my lower back. See me jabbing the glute again, just to make sure it's staying awake and doing its business. Trying to keep the hips fairly still here. Again, quads are kind of letting me know they're there from the lunges, but trying to make sure I'm not really kind of not driving my heel too much, or my toes, I mean, too much into the floor as well. Just trying to keep the toes kind of relaxed here. And back to our Deadbug. It's funny what you notice when you're kind of tired, it's quiet. But I'm definitely feeling that slant or that incline in the ground at this stage. So I'll be totally ripped on one side. I have a 3-pack. Can you hear someone coming out to the garden? My dad coming out, wondering what the fuck I'm doing as well. I'm really done. Asked him to kind of come in and hop in on the workout, but I think walking up and down the stairs is a good workout for him. Last round I've decided to go body weight on the lunge again. 1 minute each side. I don't know if it was after the weighted lunges or it's just the accumulation of 4 rounds, but this one was actually pretty tough. I felt this one a lot. Again, the last few seconds on the second leg and the last leg was really burning. Like I said, you can make these, as challenging as you want really, but we're just not just kind of hanging or resting in this position, we're being active in this position. So again, I'm trying to drag my front heel backwards and my back toes forwards. So almost bracing throughout the whole body. I think like someone's going to try and push you over here too as well, so tight core, upper body's active as well. That's 1 minute, 1 minute on the other side, same deal. I'm really trying hard here not to arch my back. That upper body hollow position. The legs are on absolute fire right now, but I guess that's good. Again, seconds seem to be slowing down. Like fuck, come on, hurry up. I didn't want to stand up, my legs are so tired. There you go. Again, probably tuck a little bit more in the lower back. You can see a bit of an arch. There you go. It's almost like I'm listening to myself. I'm actually trying to roll myself forward a bit more too. So a little more triceps, which make it a little more challenging because I'm still sticking to 30 seconds. So really rolling forward onto my tippy toes, so my nose out in front of my hands. Nearly done now, so just another glute bridge. Gone back to a 1 minute hold on the glute bridge now in the next round, or in this round. So the one thing I really found on this set was that my quads were still on fire, and they were probably being a little bit too active or doing too much work on this. So I did a couple of things to make sure my knees weren't caving in. I was pushing my knees out. And you'll see in a second what I did was I brought my feet closer together. The quads were still acting up a bit, so what I did then was I kind of brought my heels together, then I brought the soles of the feet together, so almost like a butterfly stretch. I've seen Brett Contreras do a variation of this. I think he calls them froggers or frogs or something. You'll see in a second that it did help a little bit. I kind of I turned the feet in, the soles of the feet together. Again, trying to push the knees out wide. So I wasn't coming too far off the floor here, because if I did, my back would arch, and I didn't want that to happen. So again, just kind of soles of feet together. Might be worth trying this one, just to knock off the quads. Last set of dead bugs. Again, trying to brace. My knees are probably coming too close to my arms here. I should probably try and keep my legs a little bit further away. But yeah, just bracing, really bracing hard for the last 30 seconds here. And that is us done. 4 rounds, 20 minutes.